All right, how's everything? How's everybody going? So we are doing a very impromptu Facebook Live here. So I'm not really expecting a lot of comments or questions, but thanks for joining us if you jump in, or more than likely you guys are going to see the replay of this. So thanks for being here. Now, today, the reason for this unexpected Facebook Live is because we're getting a good response from our viewers on YouTube and from here. And I want to answer a couple of questions that some people have emailed me or left comments um, on our YouTube channel below. So the again, if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for joining us, and thank you for all of you who watch us on Facebook and who are following us, and for all our clients and everything else. We really wouldn't be here without you guys. If you are joining us, I see a couple of people are here. Give us a thumbs up, say hi, how's everything going? And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment below. Those comments really help with the YouTube algorithm. And also for those of you who are hey, how's it going? How's it going? And those of you who are on, you know, are watching, are watching us on the YouTube channel. I've seen only about 10% of you are subscribed. So please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So today we are going to answer two specific questions, not going to be on here very long. At the end, if you're still with us, we'll answer a few more questions. Like I usually do, I try to answer at least a couple of questions for everybody. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question comes from Nurse Campbell. She is a subscriber of our YouTube channel, and she asks, Morning meeting. That's the name of the show for those of you watching this on Facebook. Can you do a video on how to hire a new employee from posting on Indeed or Zip to them in client home? I'm guessing that they are talking about um, ZipRecruiter. So here's the thing. I have a very simple method of this. So let me go ahead and bring up LinkedIn. All right. I'm sorry, not LinkedIn, Indeed. All right. So we are going to share my screen here with you guys so that you guys can kind of see what it is I'm talking about. All right. Sorry about that. My camera's in a weird angle. As you guys can see in the background, I'm losing more and more of the stuff in my office. I will be closing it down to relocate. So, all right, so here we go. Indeed. If we go through and let's just do, let's try CNAs. And all right, we'll take a look at, I don't know, we'll do Chicago. Chicago is always good. Love Chicago. Windy City, great place to be. All right. So let's find jobs. Let's take a look here. Look at this. We have a whole bunch of nursing support assistant jobs and everything else. Now, here's the thing. All right. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. The ad, I'm not going to talk about. You guys, I've done a lot of videos, I've done a lot of stuff on my blog. You guys can visit my blog at thebrionesgroup.com, or I will link a video in the cards somewhere above if you're watching this on YouTube about how to, what are some of the common issues with caregiver ads. I'm not going to critique any of the ads. These are all great. They're fantastic. I haven't even looked at them and I have zero intent. So, what I'm going to talk about specifically is this button right here. All right. It's talking about the easy apply. When we are applying, and you guys are going to do, and this is one of the big problems that people have, and it increases your no-show rate. So first of all, I got to tell you, keep it simple. If anybody knows what the KISS method is, it's keep it simple and stupid. All right. or keep it simple, stupid, or however it is. There's a dozen variations. The key takeaway here is to keep it simple. So, first thing I'm going to say is how many of you guys that are posting on Indeed are actually using that feature to let them just easily apply with their resume, with their Indeed resume? Leave a comment. Let us know if this is something you guys are in the active practice of doing. All right, and then I'm going to tell you guys what my opinion is. And here's another thing. Here's a second question. Let us know, do you guys think this is actually a good idea? Do you think it's really a smart move to let people just do the easy apply button? All right. I think that's enough time. You guys should have left a comment. All right. So here's the thing. The easy apply button is great. Let's go ahead and click it and take a look. So we apply now. And this particular company, I'm not even sure which it was. We'll just go ahead and continue with Facebook for. All right, just give me a moment. I'm going to log in here, and I probably should have done this ahead of time, but wasn't really planning on it. So we are a job seeker just for whatever. All right. So we are trying to skip this. Oh, this is not cooperating. All right. So the whole point is on this that this is not letting me log in. I apologize. Oh, actually, it should let me log in. Let's take a look. I'm not even sure if this care company is any good or not, or what their ad looks like. Let me take a look here. Exit. Yes. Exit report an issue. All right. So all right. So here we go. Let me go ahead and move this over. All right. So stop screen share, and we are going to share the screen again. Again, apologize for this ahead of time. So when I click the apply now button, this is where it's taking me. It's going to ask me for all my LinkedIn resume stuff. And to answer my own question from before, the fact is you do not want to do this, because here's what happens. They're going to apply with their LinkedIn. I keep saying LinkedIn, with their Indeed resume. All right. Or on ZipRecruiter, they're going to upload a resume, or on Monsters or Glassdoor or any of the other hundreds of, Snag a Job, whatever, hundreds of these job search places. Fantastic. Then you're going to have them come in and fill out the application anyway. All right. So what's the point? You've just added an extra step. Don't do that. Do not add extra steps. So let's take a look here, and let's look for another one here. All right. So anything that says this easy apply or apply easily with your resume, I don't recommend it. All right. Simply because of that. You're adding more steps, and this is just going to be one of those things where people are, not they're just not going to want to waste their time. They're going to look at it, they're going to put it in, or then you're going to call them, you're going to tell them that they need to fill out this application, and it's just extra steps. Most of the time when a caregiver is looking for a job, they're already employed. Look, they know there's a shortage. They know it better than you do. So at the end of the day, if you make it more complex, you're going to have a harder time filling this. Now, does this mean that we don't use Indeed? No. But look, get them in the door. What I'm saying is you want to make sure that you're getting the application already done. Save them a step. The next thing you're going to want to do is, when you're doing this, look, everybody on here, one of the things, if you take a look, flexible schedule, flexible schedule. All right. Everybody talks about flexibility, and here's the problem. When you are having them apply, you're adding an extra step, making it complicated. The next thing you're doing is you're dictating when the appointment's going to be. Look, go to Calendly. It's not terribly. You go to Calendly, go to Acuity Scheduling, go to any one of these others that you can set it up. There's different websites, different software platforms that have these scheduling things. I'm not going to promote anybody in particular, but a bunch of them have this built in where they can schedule appointments. However it is you do it, make the next process seamless. Implement technology as much as you can. There's a lot of places, if you're cost conscious, there's a lot of free or low cost software options out there that are going to help you get your business moving in the right direction. Take advantage of it. Move forward. Get things done. Get people applied. Get people moving in the right direction. All right. Now, once we have gotten all of this out of the way, you know, you've eliminated the extra steps. You're automating your process. You're including a scheduling link. That scheduling link, set it up. That'll email remind them if you for the free plans on most of these. If you're paying for a service, it should allow for text messaging. Set this up. Make sure they don't forget. Also, make sure you allow for them to reschedule. And if you are going to reschedule, if they're going to reschedule, follow up. Keep it human. Be human. Make sure they know what's going on. Make sure somebody reaches out to them from the office. Make sure they have at least one human contact before the interview process. Make sure somebody's following up to find out why they didn't show up. Send them an email. Send them a text message. Send them make a phone call. All 3 steps. Do not leave anything out. Again, send them an email, send them a text message when possible, and make sure somebody calls. If they're taking the time to try to apply with you, make sure that you are taking the time to properly communicate. All right. Look, I say this a lot, especially to my sales students. Relationships build your business. People build those relationships, and those relationships will build your business. It applies with recruiting, it applies with marketing, it applies with customer service. Be human. Okay? Be human. Make sure you're doing this. All right? Another thing you can do if you see that you have a large population of people trying to apply, trying to work with you, and you keep hearing the thing, oh, well, that your office is too far. It's not always feasible. Look, if you haven't decided on where to open your office, let me know. Leave a comment for us. I'll be doing videos answering viewer questions and stuff. Let us know what your thoughts are. But at the end of the day, I'll do a video on how to select your office in order to improve your business. It's not always what you think. I think I've done a video on this before, but I'll go into detail. But the end of the day, this is what it is. If your caregivers can't get to your office, they're not going to want to work for you. That's simple. So what do? If you already have an office, you're too far away. You've heard this excuse 1,000 times, especially with gas prices the way they are right now. People don't want to take the drive. They don't want to drive half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour away for a job they might not even get. All right. So what do? Go to them. Local libraries will give you conference rooms to hold these. Talk to the employment office. They have rooms and they have employer relationship liaisons in every employment office. Go to a work share space, something like Office Evolution or Regis or something other similar in your local area. Go to a coffee shop and tell people that you're going to meet with them. Look, there's a lot of a lot of businesses especially, if you're going to tell them, hey, listen, we want to do an interviewing and hiring event, they'll give you a space because it'll bring people to them. And they know that the people, while they're waiting, will spend money. You can work it out with them. Look, there's 101 ways to skin a cat. All right. So make sure you're taking advantage of the resources you have available. If they can't get to you, go to them. If you're going to go to them, advertise properly. Make sure everybody knows. Make sure you're calling. Go through your list. If you've been doing this for 6 months and you've noticed that a lot of people aren't showing up, call all those people that live close by. You have their data. And then streamline the process, get everything done. Once you've met them, once you've interviewed them, make sure again, and I'll come back to this point for the 4th or 5th time during this video right now. incorporate technology. Take the time. DocuSign, PandaDocs, Sign Now, Nitro Pro. There's 100 of these companies that will make writable PDFs. Some of them, like I was actually just going over a couple of them. Some of them actually have it on an app. You set it up once, you keep it on your app, send a link right away, right off of your phone. Keep that on there if somebody's applying after hours. This way or if you're doing an on-site hiring event, don't miss out an opportunity just because you are not prepared. All right. So let us know what you think. What experience have you had and with people not showing up? Industry average right now is about 75% no-show rate. Some of my clients, we've implemented a lot of policies and we've implemented a lot of things. I've gotten that number down to about 20 to 25% for some of my clients. It's significant, but there's a lot of procedural stuff that you got to do along the way, and you have to be diligent and you have to be proactive. It's very doable. All right. So let us know what some things that you're doing that's worked for you, and really how bad is your no-show rate. All right. So moving on, let's take a look here. Our next question comes from Linda. She actually sent us an email. And she says, hoping you can equip me with some quick tips or scripts on how to break the ice or approach a referral partner who has accepted your invite on LinkedIn. All right. So before we get started, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, give us a thumbs up. Are you actually using LinkedIn as a tool for marketing? I got to tell you, let us know. Do you even know how to use LinkedIn? Leave us a comment below. This is a very confusing point for some people in the home care space. They don't understand it. So how are we able to use? It's not just as simple as dumping out a whole lot of connection invites and then doing nothing with it. So let's take a look here. I'm going to bring my screen back up. All right. And we're going to take a look at LinkedIn. So a couple of things to keep in mind. Number one, first and foremost, do yourself a favor, complete your profile. All right. Really get into it. Make sure your title's good. Make sure that your credentials are up there. Make sure people know what you are, who you are, what you do. Hey, if you're private pay, mention that. We are a private pay home care agency. If you are a Medicaid agency, say that. Look, we take Medicaid, we take long-term care, we take VA benefits, we take aid in attendance. If you do both, make sure you mention that. Also, let's not forget, we got to tell a little bit about your story. What's your hero story? What do I mean? I mean, why do you do what you do? All right. So let us know in the comments below if you're watching this. Do you have a story? Do people know why you do what you do? All right. That is super important, especially where we are working on, again, relationships. I can't stress that enough. Relationships, people build relationships. Keyword, people. All right. Those relationships will build your business. So, how do you expect me to trust you enough to take care of my family if you don't have enough passion in what you're doing for me to feel comfortable? Let me explain what I mean by that. Regardless, whether I am a referral partner or a potential client or a caregiver, I have to know that you're not just in this for the money. I need to know that you have at least some level of you cares about the human beings that you are entrusted to care for. We know that as a home care agency owner, you are not necessarily going to be the person that's going out there and performing the care to the people. You are the person running the show. You are the person that is actively hiring people, actively scheduling people, actively overseeing the process, which means you are actively responsible for those in your care. And if you are doing it for the money, then the money's going to come first. If I don't know why you're doing it, if you're in this business because you had to take care of your mother, if you came into this business because you had to take care of your grandmother, or I'll tell you what brought me into this business, I had to sit there and watch my father pass away and suffer because the agency we hired as a family did not do a good job and nobody was watching the store, so to speak. All right. So my personal experience with seeing what a terrible home care agency can do, with seeing what a terrible skilled nursing facility can do, okay, and the suffering it caused my loved one is what drives me to help you grow your business. It's what drives me to help home care agency owners provide that good service, to hire the better caregivers, to work with these facilities to make sure they're bringing in and they have good habits, because good caregivers, that relationship is what's going to grow your business. Having those good relationships with referral partners is what's going to grow your business. And having that passion for what you do is going to show others that you are worth the penny, every penny of that what you're charging. Look, true story here, 100%. Number of years ago, I had a client out in Washington State. At the time, the going rate, because they were already doing the $15 an hour thing out there, at the going rate in the Seattle area, greater metropolitan area, was about $32 an hour. And, my client, we were charged, well, their agency was charging $52 an hour. That is significantly higher than what everybody else was. But this owner had such an amazing story, such an amazing way of telling her story. And she believed in what she was doing. In turn, it created a culture of caring and that higher level standard in the office. The office manager knew it. The marketer knew it. The coordinator knew it. The recruiter knew it. And they all lived and breathed this owner's passion for what they did. And they were all able to push that out. So when you're doing this, when you're creating your LinkedIn profile, make sure that when you're telling your story, when you're creating your about section, when you're doing this, talk about that. Explain to people, let people know why you do what you do. That's number one. Next, quick script. There is no quick script. People can smell a script a mile away. If you've made a connection with a social worker from XYZ facility, you do not want a script. Talk to them. They are people. Everybody wants, at this point, everybody wants to feel human again. As a society, as a culture, we've been locked up for years. We have been regulated to this screen for years. We are not communicating face to face as much as we used to be, and we need human contact. So, why are you going to script out something and send out the generic message to everyone all the time? Be human. If you know the facility that they're working at, be sure first do your due diligence. Make sure they're still working there. A lot of people won't look at their LinkedIn for months at a time. All right, they'll go out and get another job and they won't announce it because they don't want their former employer to know anything. So be sure, do your due diligence, make sure they're actually there. If you connected with them and you're not sure, look at their feed. How active are they? Are they posting things? Comment on things about them. If they're posting stuff, comment. After a few comments, build that relationship. Reach out to them. Hey, how you doing? Listen, I'm a home care agency in your area, and I just wanted to let you know we're here to help, but be specific. Okay, here to help is one of my favorite statements because I think it's such utter BS. Okay, why do I think it's utter BS? Because so many people say, yeah, I'm here to help. I'll help you with anything you want, and they don't specify what that means. So ask yourself this, and if I walked into your office and I said to you, hey, listen, Give me a call if you need help with anything. Okay. That means I've opened myself up for you to ask me for things that I might not even be able to do. I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you might ask me to help, fix your toilet. That's not what I do. But, I did say I could help you with anything. And of course, nobody's going to ask you to fix their toilet, at least maybe, not going to say nobody, but the odds are that's not going to happen. So, what do I mean? When I say offer help, I don't mean I will help you with anything. I do mean very clearly be specific. Okay, when I say be specific, what do I mean by that? I mean, hey, social worker, listen, um, our company, we specialize in helping you ease up or streamline your discharge process. We can come here and we can help. We can talk to your family members. Nothing branded. I won't even let them know I'm from a home care agency, but I will sit there and help you by answering any questions they will have about what makes a good home care agency, about what makes the discharge process difficult. At what point should they start looking to hire a home care agency? I'll talk to them about the pros and cons of hiring an independent caregiver that's not agency affiliated. Be that resource. Hey, listen, social worker, if your client can't go home and they want to go to an assisted living facility, I'll help them. Just pass them along. I will help them. I will help find them a place, no charge to them, no obligation to anything. And I can talk to them. I have relationships all around town. Let me help you make these referrals. Let me take some of this off your plate. And this is what you want to do when you're approaching a referral partner. Okay. If you're approaching them on LinkedIn, make sure you're that resource. Make sure that when you reach out to them and offer this type of help, that your profile says, hey, I actually do this. Oh, look, they are really connected with a bunch of assisted living facilities. They are connected with realtors. They are connected with landscapers locally. They do know that handyman that specializes in senior care. Be the resource. The more you are a resource, the more people will get comfortable with picking up the phone to call you, the more comfortable they are with reaching out to call you to talk to you about things that help them, the more comfortable they will be trusting you to get to make these referrals, when their own clients need it. And this is what it is. There is no magic bullet, there is no magic script. It's about being a resource, developing relationships, and leveraging your influencers network, your in group. Okay. Leverage your in group, grow your business. The more people you know, the more people you will become a resource to, the greater your ability to be a resource, even if it doesn't benefit you directly. It makes you the go-to person. And if I'm already going to you for everything else, I'm going to go to you for my clients. All right. So let us know in the comments below. Hey, if you're watching this now, let us know. How are you using your relationships to become a resource? Or what ideas who would you contact to try to really become a resource for your local community? Or, hey, you know what? Tell me I'm full of it. If you don't think that'll help, tell me why. At the end of the day, I mean, there's a bunch of gurus out there. They'll all tell you, no, create a script. No, just do cold outreach. Talk to them about their profile. Talk to them about their current job. I mean, if you're not doing your due diligence with all of that, you're really wasting your time, because, I've had that happen to me. I didn't change my LinkedIn profile one time for months, and I had switched jobs before I went into business for myself. And it was embarrassing. I used to tell people, like, listen, you're not even reading my profile. You don't know what I do. I get these cold outreaches all the time. Hey, I'm so impressed by what you're doing at Briones Consulting Group. Let us help you. Well, great. How are you impressed? So that's really my advice to you. Get to know your audience, get to know who you're talking to. All right, Linda. So I hope this helped, and that this helps you move the needle forward a little bit. All right, so I've got let me see, what time is it? Okay, I've got about time for one, maybe two questions. Anybody have any questions that they would like me to answer? Anything that you want to go over specifically, not specifically, but preferably with something that we've talked about, or anything else you got on your mind right now? All right, all right. Anything? Going once, going twice. Just give me a thumbs up if you're typing. No. All right. All right. So then that'll be it for today. Because I am, moving offices. I'm because I'm getting ready to move at the end of this month. So my lease is about up, and I'm turning in my office. I may or may not be able to do our live session this Saturday. That's another reason for me jumping on this now. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, please don't forget, give us a like and a comment. Share this video. That's another thing that helps a lot. Trying to get the channel to grow. As long as the channel grows, I know that we have motivation and reason to keep doing this. Thank you all. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll answer your questions on a future episode. Or if you're looking for services to help your home care agency or senior care facility improve your marketing or recruitment or operational internal operations, give us a shout at thebrionesgroup.com. Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you guys next time.